Hello guys, welcome to this channel. This is GPL Extra Plus. This is an extension of the first channel. The first channel is there. We talk more extensively into the Ghana Premier League. We are creating this one for all of us also. So we also talk more about the players. Now we have a player here. He will talk to us. We get to know him. You see, what I realize is that people who follow Ghana football don't really get to know the players in detail. That's why you search about a player, they hardly know where they even started from, where they came from. So we are privileged to have a fine gentleman here with me to talk to us. He's called Elijah Addai. He's a player of Vision FC. Chairman, Elijah Addai. Elijah Addai. Elijah Addai. Elijah, hope you are fine.
Yeah, I'm very okay.
Okay. You are not a player of Vision FC.
Yes.
Last season, I saw you at, was it Sugakope? Yes, where you scored a goal and then sent Bofo to the finals.
Yeah.
Yes, made them a points. Especially let me tell you, so yes, I remember that brilliance over there. From Bofo to Vision, I'm relegation is now January.
Well, when so when you have a good season, there a lot of clubs will be chasing you, and then so I just had to make a choice and then join Vision.
Okay, so as a kid, did you always see yourself to be a footballer?
Oh yes, I did see myself to be a footballer.
From the infancy?
Yes.
Is there a footballer in your house?
Yeah, I have a footballer in my house. My dad was once a goalkeeper.
Okay.
So he was actually supporting me when I was a kid, buying football boots and then football for myself.
Okay.
So I had it all from infancy.
My uncle used to buy me boots a lot. We were in Obuasi that time, and my uncle was in Accra. So whenever he was coming around, he used to buy boots and ball for me. But I never became a footballer. What followed yours?
Well, I think I had the passion for it ever since I was a kid. So sometimes I even wear my football boots, especially when it's new. Whenever I'm going to sleep, sometimes I do wear it and then sleep with it. So
You wear a football boot to sleep?
Yes, I remember.
Wow.
They used to laugh at me back in school. So yeah, I think I had the passion for football, and I didn't see myself doing anything else. I go back from school. I come back from school. I have to go play football. Sometimes I even take my football boots to school as shoes. So yeah.
If you're talking about your early ages as a young man, where did this start? Where in particular?
Well, I grew up in Obuasi, BSO.
Young was in Obuasi, BSO.
Yeah, Obuasi, BSO. So it all started the ghetto football.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then I joined some junior babies. That was a cool team there. So I joined them and then I played from under 12 through to under 17 there. So yeah. And then I joined Shooting Stars in Kumasi for second division.
You played for Shooting Stars?
Yeah, it was in Kumasi at that time, second division.
Okay. And from Shooting Stars?
Shooting Stars, I joined there was an academy in Tema that was called Felance. So I joined them for a year or two, and then I went back to home, and then I joined Ashanti Gold. Yeah, I joined them from the academy, and then I was promoted to the senior team in the next season.
Who are some of the players that also made it to the top like you made when you were in Ashanti Gold?
Oh, there is Kamaradini Mahmoud. I played with Kamaradini.
Yes.
And then
Kamaradini.
I played with Ali Mohammed, currently with Vision.
Ali Mohammed.
Yeah, and then Isaac Opoku Ajimai, I also played with him.
Okay.
I played with Agama, Matthew Agama.
Matthew Agama, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, those were the players I played with. And then Clinton Appiah, formerly of Hearts of Oak, now with Legon Cities.
Okay. So the Tijani brothers, were they before you, after you? Tijani, Joshua?
No, they were before me.
They were before you.
I just joined them. I think the last group. We were the last group that
they internalized.
Yeah.
So you were part of it.
I was in the academy around that time.
Oh, okay.
So I joined the team the next season, the subsequent season.
Oh, okay. So how was it as a kid when you started in Obuasi, went to Shooting Stars, and then to Tema? Were you schooling around that time?
4 years I was in school. When I was in Coast, I went to Pokwari. So
You went to Pokwari.
yeah,
Wow.
it wasn't far from home, so I could come home and then complete the league matches and then go back to school. And then I also played the school team, so it also helped a lot.
So you played for Pokwari school team.
Yeah,
And you played in the Intercop.
Yeah, the Milo games. I did play the Milo.
Did you ever win?
We didn't win, but then we placed third in my third year.
Which year was that?
2016.
Wow.
Yeah.
You placed third.
Yeah.
So you were popular that time in Pokwari in Kumasi, I guess.
Yes, in Opokwari, I was very popular, but then I don't know anything about Kumasi. I didn't know if I was that popular.
Okay. So did you have a nickname as a player or as a youngster that time? That maybe what's the players maybe there's input input back question but the input also. So did you have a name like that around that time?
Growing up, they used to call me Zero Beto. That was
Zero Beto.
Yeah.
Okay. The
That
Brazilian.
was when I was playing in Obwase there, that get to it also. But then when I was going to coach, I think I did pick Cesc Fabregas as my role model.
Why Cesc Fabregas?
I really enjoyed his style of play, how creative he was around that time. So I did enjoy assisting a lot. So right now, if you ask me to choose between scoring and then assisting, I'll still choose assisting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so yeah.
Wow, Cesc Fabregas.
Yeah.
But is there any other player, especially Ghanaian player, that you really admired and wanted to pick one or two things from?
Oh yeah, I did, and I watched Francis Kofi one time, and then I really fell in love with his style of play. I think he was in Ashwood back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as a kid, before you became a player of Ashgold, I guess you support Ashgold, right?
Yeah, I did support Ashwood.
Okay. So did you ever get the chance to get into the stadium to support them? Or most people would say, "Oh, I was a boy around that time." Was it like that with you?
Yes, I used to go to the stadium lots of time with my dad, especially, and then at some point he stopped going to the stadium, and then I had to find a way and then go myself.
He stopped going to the stadium.
Yeah, because of work schedules, and then so he stopped going to the stadium, and then I had to find a way and go myself.
Okay, so moving on from the academics to Ashanti Gold, you left Ashanti Gold. Were you home for some time before Bofoakwa Tano?
Oh no, I joined Bechem United.
From Ashanti Gold to Bechem.
Yeah, I played half season there, and then I went back home, and then from there I joined Bofoakwa.
So after Bechem, you went back home.
Yeah,
half season.
Yeah, half season.
Was your contract terminated or something?
Yes, I did terminate my contract.
You terminated it?
Yes.
Why?
I wasn't getting the playing time that I needed, so I felt I could move on to a different team. But then I did go to Tamale City. I was supposed to join Tamale City, but then it was on the deadline day, and then by the time they did everything, I think the time was already up, so they couldn't register me. So I had to go back home.
There's something I want to find out with these young footballers, especially playing for academies and then teams in the Ghana Premier League. How do you guys fend for yourself?
Well, I'm
not talking about now. Back then, maybe from Ashanti go to Bechem, for even Bofoakwa recently. Yeah. So how were you fending for yourself?
From Ashanti Gold, I think I had a contract running around that time. But when I was in academy, I was home. I was going to training from home, so it was always the family supporting us. So yeah, it was family doing all the supporting.
You left just off a bit to family again. Do you have a large sized family, or you have like just 2 or 3 siblings? I mean, your nuclear family.
Oh yeah, I have 6 other siblings, including myself, making it 7.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, Papa support is here 7. Oh, that's nice. And are you the firstborn, the last one?
Oh, I'm the last born.
You are the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Actually, I had a brother who also played football. He was also a goalkeeper, but then he also didn't play to the highest level.
So your father was a goalkeeper.
Yes, and
your brother was a goalkeeper.
Yes. Yeah.
And you decided to be what?
I decided to play football. It just didn't come to me to be a goalkeeper. I just enjoyed playing a lot. So
But
yeah.
did you start football right as a midfielder, or you played in any different positions before?
Yeah, I started as a midfielder and then I went to the wings. Um, when I was a kid, I went to the wings and then I came back to the midfield. And then now I've been playing the wings and then sometimes the midfield.
Okay, so growing up, and how did you get into the limelight? Did someone see you playing on the dusty pitch? Was someone passing with his car and you saw it and was like, "Oh, this guy is good"? How were you discovered?
Um, from coast, I think when I was when I was joining my coast team, I had one of my seniors who he knew how good I was, so personally took me to see the coach, and then he told them that he should let me join them. So I joined them, and then I saw the quality they had, and then I realized I wasn't going to get playing time. I wasn't going to enjoy football, so I stopped going for some time, and then the coach one day I was playing with my friends, and then the coach saw me. He followed me back to my house, and then asked me to go pick my boots, and then join them in training. So I joined them, and then from there I became an integral member of the team, and then from that was under 12 for under 12, so under going to under 14, he gave me the captain, so I captained the team, some Jonah babies from under 14 through to under 17, and then moving from under 17 to second division, that was Shooting Stars. Um, I was through the Milo Games. That was my final year. So Coach Bodu, Coach Samba Bodu.
Samabodo was at Shooting Stars.
Yeah, he was at Shooting Stars
Wow.
then, and then he personally saw me, and then he called me that he wants me to join his team. So yeah, and then that particular final year, I didn't play as a midfielder, I didn't play as a winger, I played as a centre back. So he saw me.
Center back.
Yes,
How?
we were short of centre back, so I had to improvise and then go play the centre back. So he saw me and then he told me he wants me to join his team. So I joined Shooting Stars for a year
So you joined as a center back.
as a centre back.
He admired you as a center back.
Oh yeah, he did.
So what happened when you joined as a center back?
Oh, I was playing and then I had to. There were much experience. We had lots of experienced players around that time. But I started the league playing and then eventually, and I was dropped to the bench. But then he later I went. I had a conversation with him and then I told him I would want to go to the midfield. So he did try me in midfield once or twice and
And he was convinced.
yeah, he was convinced. But then I had to. They already had, you know.
Yeah.
So
They already knew you as a center back.
yeah, so I had to go back to. I was dropped to the bench and then we 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 until we finished playing the league, we qualified to the middle league and then we even played the finals in the Division Two middle league. So yeah, we lost.
So from Shooting to Ashgrove,
Yeah.
right? From Shooting to Ashgrove.
Yeah.
So how did that transition come about? Shooting to Ashgrove.
Also, going to the academy, I was introduced again to the coach, that is Coach Safu Castro, currently of RTU. So I was introduced to him by one of the Ashgood fans. He was very popular around that time. He's called Awam. So he introduced me and some other guys to the coach, the academic coach around that time. So he told us that we can come train. So we started training and then eventually the other guys they stopped going to training. But then I didn't give up. I didn't give up because I knew it was a good place and then I was enjoying his tactics.
And it's at home too.
Yeah, it was home too. So yeah, I joined them and then eventually I became part of the team. I wasn't actually part of the plans, but then with hard work, I became a very one of the best players. So moving into the 2020-21 season, he recommended that I be promoted to the first team. So yeah.
So you played as good for how many seasons?
I played one season.
One season.
Yeah.
And the fans already loved you.
Oh yeah, I was enjoying football. I really loved that road back then. I did have a very nice and amazing debut season.
So during your days as good, what was your or what is still your most memorable moment as an as good player?
Oh, it has to be the goal I scored against Kotoko in Kumasi.
Which year was that?
And that was, I think, 2021, 2020, 2021.
Okay, against Bofoakwa in Kumasi.
Yeah, in Kumasi. Yeah.
Wow. So was the stadium packed? Did they go help your team to win or something?
Oh, we were actually down by 3 goals, but then it was a very beautiful goal. I took the ball from midfield. I played 1-2 with one of my players, Steven Yako. Yeah, and then I gave a true ball, and then I went for the cutback, and then I finished. It was a very beautiful goal. Just that it was too bad that we lost that particular game, but then it was very, very beautiful.
So through that time too, you are now going to Bechem.
Yes.
As a player, had you received what they call signing on fee before?
Oh yeah, I did take signing on fee from when I went to Bechem.
So from Ashgood, so your contract with Ashgood was still running.
No, yes, it wasn't running. They bought me from Ashgood, Bechem. Yeah.
So you took signing on fee, like they gave you the money like this.
Yeah, they gave me the money.
Was that something like a huge amount of money?
Oh yeah, it was. It wasn't that. It wasn't bad. It was good.
Could you give us a range?
Well, I was taking. I took like it was ranging from 5,000 to 10,000.
Hey Charlie, then I will take the ball seriously. From Ashgood to Bechem United.
Yeah.
And your salary was good too.
Oh, the salary.
Was it less than a 2,000 Ghana cedis?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Wow. So how were you coping? Because I know not necessarily family put pressure on you, but then you have needs yourself also.
Yeah.
So with that amount, how then they do them?
Yeah, you just have to manage because that's what you're taking. Knowing, you just have to work hard and play well to get yourself a bigger contract. So you'd have to manage. Sometimes you just it gets out of your hands and then you didn't know what to do, but then you still have to manage.
Okay. So but you didn't enjoy your time at Bechem, as you said.
No, I didn't enjoy my time at Bechem.
Which coach was at Bechem then?
It was Mengel, Coach Mengel.
Oh, Coach Okansi Mengel.
Yeah.
So Augustino Kra was there.
No, I didn't meet Augustino. We had I met Abdullah Idrisu,
The goalkeeper.
the goalkeeper.
Okay. He's with Azam now, right?
Yeah, he's with Azam now. No, he's in Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
He's in Ethiopia
Okay.
now. And then Anabila, Latif Anabila,
Latif Anabila.
Hafiz Konkoni.
Hey, my chairman.
Yeah, and then most of the current players too were there.
Okay.
Yeah, so and then Avignon, Clinton,
Dodo.
yeah, Francis, Sets.
Oh, I see. Wow, but I didn't enjoy your time at all. But will you say you regret going to Bechem? Or was that a bad decision for you?
I wouldn't say I regret going to Bechem. I think it's part of the journey. You go somewhere and then things doesn't work out like you'd want it to. But I wouldn't say I regret. I did enjoy my time there. They have very nice people there. The fans and then the management and then everything. Just that I didn't get the playing time. That was the most important thing. Aside from that, I didn't feel intimidated by anybody. So yeah, I did enjoy my time in Bechem.
So from Bechem, you said you came home, and
Yeah,
then
I came home.
Bofu came calling.
Yeah.
You went to Bofu, and once again, you didn't take anything, or you took signing on fee again.
Yeah, I did take signing on fee.
Hey, Charlie, what is cow?
Oh, signing on fee.
But it was more than the one you took as we were going to Bechem.
No.
It was within that same range.
Sometimes you have to compromise.
Yeah.
Depending on what they tell you, the conversations you have with the management of the club.
Yeah.
So and then I had a handler at that time, and then he was the one who was doing all the talks,
the negotiations.
Yeah. So I only needed a confirmation from him to sign the contract. So yeah.
Okay. So but let's look at that well. So the signing on fee was lesser than the Bechem on because
Yes.
I guess you were home and then others, right?
Yeah.
And but your salary was higher than that at Bechem.
It was still in that range.
It was still in that range.
Yeah.
Okay. And then from Bofu, you had quite a good season. Yes,
Yeah, I did have
you
a
had
good season.
you had quite a good, and I think you enjoy playing at Suffolk. I don't know why. You really enjoy playing them a lot.
Yeah.
So how was it at Bofu? And what happened? That you started well. You started well as Stephen performance, and then things went on a downward spiral, and then straight into the crash. Boom.
Yeah. I think just like he said, we started well with Frimpong. So he's one particular manager that he's a very, very good manager. And then he had his assistant Safukashu who coached me back in Ashgood
Okay,
Academy.
okay.
So I think it was really nice back then. Then Frimpong, so he's like I said, he just gave me the liberty, he gave me the freedom to play like I want to play. So I did enjoy playing football like under Frimpong. So and then he gave this the boys, most of the boys who were inexperienced, who hadn't had a taste of Premier League, he gave them enough confidence to play football. So we were actually enjoying football until he left.
Okay. The time you at Bofu, there was one. Was he a midfielder? His name is Samuebi. I went to
Ernest
mention.
Ernest Wankrina.
Hey, yes. What's the name again?
Ernest Wankrina.
Wankurina. I went to mention the name, and people laughed at me. Sir,
Ernest
where is he now?
He was with Bechem Chelsea this season.
Like, so he's still with them.
Yes, I'm sure he's still with them.
Okay. So from Bofu and then to Vision, were you approached by other clubs?
Um, None that I can think of. Probably they placed the call to my handlers, but then
Your handlers, but
I didn't get any information from them.
so to you, you got personally, you got the request. That the request that got you was only Vision.
Yeah, it was only Vision.
And during your days, have you ever gotten a request outside Ghana or something before?
Well, yeah, normally mostly I do channel them to my handlers because I they are my handlers, and then they know what's best, and then they know the negotiations more than I do.
Yeah.
So I channel them to my handlers.
But what are some of the countries that you've received calls or requests from as a player?
Well, I did get one from Iraq,
Iraq. Hey,
and then
Uko to Bombana.
yeah. Well, I mean, right now that's where most of these
Yeah, yeah.
Premier League players are going.
I spoke with Abednego Tete last year, and
Yeah,
he said he even went to Iraq, but I think he didn't stay. He just had to come back.
oh,
So
yeah.
Iraq and then
And then mostly they are requests from agents. I got one too from Egypt.
Egypt. Okay.
Yeah, so they are requests from agents who have links to clubs in some countries. So yeah, I got back in Ashgood, I got one from Norway or Denmark.
Okay.
Yeah, so like you get the request from these agents, and then you'd have to direct them to your handlers to work things out for you. So yeah.
As a footballer currently, what are some of the challenges you faced as a player?
Um, I'd say I'll talk about adaptation,
Okay.
moving into a new team, and then you'd have to adapt to their style.
Yeah.
You have to adapt to a new environment, and then I'll talk about you know um, one of the major problems like money.
Okay.
You're not getting enough, and then you'd have to manage what you get, and then
But are you getting enough now?
I can't complain.
But is it bigger than the ones you've taken before? In terms of signing on fees, salary, is it bigger than?
uh, it's
It is
still
still within that same
it's
range.
still within that same range. So
Okay.
yeah.
So these are the only challenges you face. You never face a challenge where your parents wanted you to be a doctor, a book long person, but you chose a different path.
I'm still going through that challenge right now. My mom still calls me, and then it would be like she's not seeing what she's supposed to see in football. So it's either I come back home, and then she takes me to any of the security agencies, or she takes me back to school. So I'm still going through that challenge right now. But I just have to find a way and then stall her for a little bit. I just ask for some time and then see. if I could get anything.
If you could get anything, so if you don't get something, will you go back?
I definitely have to go back because she she just doesn't want me to quit playing football and then I'd be stranded or like I'd be frustrated. Like with football is one of those jobs that if you don't take care, it might waste your time. By the time you realize
You'll
you
be
old
40, 35.
and then yeah, so
If you had not played football, what would you have known Elijah Addai for?
well that's actually one thing
You never thought of a different thing.
because it always had been football. So
You never thought of a different thing.
no,
But now you are thinking of different things.
I still haven't been able to. If she asked me right now to bring my certificate or buy forms, I wouldn't know even the course to choose for school. I wouldn't know whether I should join the military or whichever way. I just don't know what I'll do, and then I have never thought of it.
Okay, but we hope it goes well in the football. Yeah? You play very well, injury free, get contract abroad, get the money, buy something, a small machine for her for us to at least appreciate that football has done something good. Yeah. After football, have you thought of what to do after football? Do you want to be a coach or something? A scout, an agent or something?
Yeah, I would love to be a coach because I feel I've gotten quite some knowledge about football that I would love to teach the others. And then I've worked with some of the best coaches in the country too. I feel like I could be a coach. I can't say I would be a good coach, but because
why do you want to be a bad coach?
you know how this job is.
Yeah, but do you want to be a bad coach?
I wouldn't want to be a bad coach, but then
if you want to be a bad coach like Enzo Maresca, you don't want to be a bad coach like him.
Well, I wouldn't say I want to be a bad coach, but then I'll just love to be a very good coach, and then even if I don't make enough good name for myself, I'd love to do something for myself, like still maintain a good name in the football industry.
Okay, let me give you a position right now for 3 minutes. Elijah Addai has been voted as the GFA president of Ghana. You've been through the system. What will you do different?
Well, well,
You also ran it like this.
Like this. I don't think I see anything wrong with this particular. It's just that there's more room for improvements. A lot of things can be done differently, and then a lot of things can be improved, I should
So
say.
what are some of the things that can be improved?
But I once heard about minimum wage salaries for clubs, for players.
And that's around.
Well, I would say it's something around. The less I would suggest would probably be 4,000, 5,000. So this for a player, that would be the minimum. So yeah.
But for you, what's the minimum salary you've taken?
The minimum.
Yeah. Since you started, I don't need to mention any club name. What's the minimum you've taken?
Well, the minimum.
Yeah. The Sakura.
I think it has to be as good.
As good. Around.
Yeah, I think it was less than 1,000.
It was less than 1,000.
Yeah.
But at least you were home, so you're coping.
Yeah. We were managing.
Okay. But do you think player welfare is something that we don't prioritize in this country?
Oh yes. It's very common here. We do not prioritize player welfare, and then I think it hasn't been the best. It hasn't helped our football.
Okay. Elijah, your mom is not too proud of this. I want you to look into my camera. Tell her something. What do you tell mama?
Well, I would say I'm doing my best. I'm not sleeping. I'm also doing my best. So yeah,
Mama, you must make a mama. Befa. Father, befa. Fire, fire. So you're about Boasiana, you're the in your market saying eba. And see na I didn't kakra, but America son the for being over say abe bobra na koichire. Obviously, she be back on so. Mama obeti the navy Black Stars. Oh, have you featured for any of the national teams before?
Oh no, not yet.
Not yet. But you like to feature
Yeah, I'd love to.
For the Black Stars, of course.
Yes, of course.
Okay. So, coach, my friend, Coach Otuado, he says he would like to feature for Black Stars, and then I know he has enough quality. So, Elijah, thank you so much for coming. And the person who is still time people, yes, a bit me 2 hours. As I say, but you better some more behind the scenes. And I wish you guys well this season. Won't come on you're making more exploits next season. Hopefully things would go on for us. Thank you so much for joining us. But you tell our viewers something. What should they do? They should subscribe. Tell them. The channel is Ghana Premier League Extra.
Oh, okay. So subscribe to Ghana Premier League Extra. They're going to get more of some nice content from the Premier League. Yeah.
So yes, that was it from me. Like you see, you mostly don't get this. People talking about Ghana Premier League. So you want to take that, acknowledge the main actors of it and a lot more. Thank you so much once again. I'll see you in the next one. Do well to take good care of yourself, and it's a bye for now.